What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. After we learn how to create piping system from our previous video, so this time we're going to learn how to add pipe using auto layout. Okay, so in this exercise we're going to create the physical connections in the pipe system automatically using generate layout tool. Of course, I'm also going to teach you how to do it manually. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into this area here. And then I'm going to open the 3D as well. So this is the 3D view. So we are on this area here. So we have the cooling tower, we have the boiler, base mounted pumps, and 2 water source heat pump. Okay, so this water source heat pumps on the 3rd level. So we are on 3rd level here. And then we also have water source heat pumps on our 1st floor. So we have 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 on the 1st level. Okay, so let's go check out the property of our water source heat pumps. So for this one, if I select the one on the level 1, so the flow for that, it has a 15, so 15 GPM. So this one is also this one is 20, this one is 15, so this one is 15, this one is 15, and then this one is also 15. So 15, 15, so 30, 60, and then 20, 80, and then another one, so 95. So we have a 95 total water flow from our 6 water source heat pumps on level 1. Alright, so for this one on our 3rd floor, so this water source heat pump has 12, and then we have here 18, so the total is 30. Okay, so what we are going to do first is you can use filter. By the way, let me quickly show you how to use filter. So you can use a window selection like that. So let's say you only want to select all the mechanical equipment, so you can do like this, and then after that there's a filter tool here, so you can click that. And then you'll be able to see here all the categories that you have selected from your window selection. Okay, so as you can see, I have 5 mechanical equipment, fittings, pipes, and spaces. So if you only want to select the mechanical equipment, just select check none, and then just check mechanical equipment, and then OK. Okay, so that's how you use your filter. So as you can see, I just selected the 5 mechanical equipments. Okay, so we have 2 base mounted pump, we have boiler, and then we have couple of water source heat pumps. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is let's create our level 3 return pipe layout. Okay, so let's do that one. So I'm going to select one of the water source heat pump here. Remember, we already create the system from our previous video. So I'm going to select this one, and then after that, from the layout panel, so I'm going to select generate layout. So it offers different layout solutions for adding selected equipment and fixtures to HVAC and piping system. So let's select this. Okay. Alright, so we now need to select here the system that we want to create. So for this one, I'm going to select the CHWR, our chilled water return system. So let's select that one, and then I'm going to select here OK. Alright, okay, so from the generate layout, we have several options that you can use here. You can edit the layout, and currently it shows the solution. So we're in here on our options bar, we have solution type. So for the network, we have 5 solution that you can select. Okay, and then for the solution type, we also have perimeter, which also has 5 solution, and then intersections. Okay, so we have 3 solution type: network, perimeter, and intersection. Okay, and then you can see here, so there's the preview of the lines or of the pipes. The blue colored one, so that that is your main pipe or main duct if you are using ducting or if you're generating a ducting layout. So the blue is the main, and then green, that is your branch. Okay? And then as you can see, you also have here settings. Okay? So if you click this one, so this is your pipe conversion settings dialog. So here you can change the pipe type of your main pipe and branch pipe. And aside from the pipe type, you can also change the vertical offset at which the piping will automatically be created. Okay, so you can modify this value for the main and branch elevation. Okay, so just an important note, so the branch offset lets you automatically create branches that run above or below the main and other obstacles. So this functionality is useful for avoiding clashes or interferences, let's say with pipes, duct, beams, or architectural components. So right now we will be using the offset height here of 10 feet for the main pipe and 10 feet for the branch pipe. So let's just use that one. So I'm going to select here, okay. Alright, so I'm going to use the solution type perimeter. Okay, so perimeter and number, let's say I use here 5. Okay, so 4 of 5. And then for the inset, I'm gonna change this to 1 foot and 6 inches. So I can just type 1 space 6 because our current unit is set to feet and inches. So Revit will read this as 1 foot and 6 inches. So if I'm going to move away my pointer and put it on my drawing area, as you can see, it will automatically update to 1 foot 6 inches. Right? And then after that, let us now select Finish Layout. And there you go. So the piping is now automatically created along with the appropriate connectors and fittings so that all the piping segments are connected to the equipment. So let's have a look at the 3D view, or I'll just use a window selection like this, and then I'll use selection box. There you go. So this is now how it looks like. So let's open up my 3D, and then I'm gonna select here tile views so I can see the view side by side on the floor plan and for my 3D view. Okay, so if you want to select the system, the connection, so what you can do is just hover your pointer to one of the pipe. Do not click, just hover your pointer to any elements that is part of the system. You hover it. So this is useful if you want to check the connections of the elements or the equipments and then the pipe. So you hover your pointer until it highlights like that. And then after that, you press tab. So the first time you press the tab, it highlights the branch in a pipe work. So if you're going to press another tab the second time, okay, so it will highlight the branch in pipe network, including the branch objects. So if you're going to press tab again, so it will highlight the pipe network up to a piece of equipment. So if you're going to tab again, fourth time, so it will highlight the whole system, the whole element. So if you click that, as you can see, it's now selected. So again, you can also do this tabbing in your ducting. Okay, so you hover your pointer, like for example here, and then press tab, and then tab again, and tab again, tab again. So as you can see, it highlights all the elements that is connected to the system. So this is one way of checking if your equipment is connected properly to the system. Okay, and then you can also verify the flow. Okay, so let's say I'm going to select this pipe here. So let's click this pipe and then look on the instance properties and look for the mechanical flow. So as you can see, the flow now here is 30 GPM. Okay, so that's the total because we have this equipment So the flow for that is 18 water flow, and then this one is 12. So 18 plus 12, so that's 30. So our system here, or our pipe, is properly connected. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add level 1 water source heat pumps to our return system. Okay. Alright, so let's do that one. I'm going to do that here in my 3D view. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to adjust this one. So as you can see, let me just open first my level 1. Okay, level 1. So there's my level 1, and maybe I'm gonna close my level 3, and then go to the 3D, and then tile again. So if I select the section box here, you will notice it also highlights here on my level 1, right? So I'm going to pan my drawing here. So it's still selected, right? So I can adjust the section box on the floor plan. Let's do this one so you can do this technique. So you see, and then after that, let's pan again our drawing, this time here on 3D view, just to activate the 3D view, and then we can adjust it like that. So you can add mechanical equipment, or in our case the water source heat pump, on floor plan and also in 3D view. So let's do that in the 3D view. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select this water source heat pump that is already part of our return system. So I'm gonna select that one, and then look for the piping systems, and then on the piping system, so there is edit system here. So let's click edit system. So make sure that CHWR is selected. Okay, so edit system. Okay, and then here on my 3D view, as you can see, on the edit piping system, add to system is already selected by default. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I can select one by one this water source heat pumps, or I can use window selection like that. Okay, there you go. So I just have a warning here, but that's fine. So it's just telling us that we have selected elements that are connected to other elements. So these elements will also be added to the system, which is what we want to do. Okay, so after we have added this water source heat pump, so let's just close the warning. So just finish editing system. So let's click that one. There you go. So it's now added. So that's how you do it. Okay, so let's go back to our level 3 HVAC plan design, and then let's close level 1. Okay, and then let's use the tile again, tile views. All right, let's zoom in here, and then let's zoom into this part here. Okay, right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we're going to physically connect the multi-level water source heat pumps. Okay, remember previously we added level 1 water source heat pumps to the CHWR system. So next, we are going to physically close the CHWR loop, which propagates throughout the system. Okay, so I have a pipe here, this one here, coming from level 1. So I want to connect this to this pipe here. So I can do that again in 3D view or here on the plan view. Okay, so let's do that on the plan view. You can just click that pipe and then just drag that and then connect that to that pipe there. There you go. Okay. Right, so if we're going to verify that pipe, if I click that one and then check the properties, and then let's look for the mechanical flow. As you can see, the flow now here is 95. Okay, so for that pipe, and then that pipe is actually connected to our boiler. So if I click the boiler here, so take note, this 95 here, these are the total flow from the 6 water source heat pumps. Okay, so if I select this boiler here, so the total now there will gonna be 125 GPM. Okay, so it's like the 95 flow plus the 30 here. Okay, because this one is that one is 12, and then this one is 18, so the total is 30. So 95 plus 30, so that is 125 GPM, which is correct. Okay. All right, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to manually modify our piping in layout mode. Okay, so let's do that on our floor plan. Okay, so let's do that here. Okay, so I'm going to select water source heat pump here. This one. So I'm going to select this. Okay, so I want to edit this time the chilled water supply. Okay, so we are now done with our chilled water return system. Okay, so this time, so let's modify our chilled water supply. So I'm going to select one of the water source heat pump, and then after that I'm going to select here generate layout. So let's click this one. So by the way, for this tutorial, the 6 water source heat pumps on level 1 is already added to the chilled water supply system. Okay, so let's select that water source heat pump, and then let's select generate layout. Let's click that one. Okay, and then we are going to select your chilled water supply. So okay. Okay, so now for the perimeter, so I'll just still use here 1 of 5, and then just make sure the slope here is 0, so we don't need the slope on that. So for the settings, I'm going to select the settings here. So for the main pipe, I'm gonna change this to 9 feet and 6 inches. Okay, so for my main pipe and for my branch as well. So let's select the branch. 9 is space 6. Alright, so that is 9 feet 6 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to select here OK. And then after that, I also want to change the inset. By the way, the inset is the distance from the pipe to the connection of the selected system component. Okay, so I'm gonna change this one. I'll just type 1 is space 6. Okay, like that. Alright, and then I do not want to include the boiler to my chilled water supply system. So from the modify layout, I can select here remove from system. So I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to select that boiler. I do not want that to be included, so just remove that one. And also this one, I don't want to add this one to the chilled water supply system. Same with this one. Okay, so I only want this pipe here. Okay, so later on we are going to modify it on our next exercise. So the boiler and cooling tower, as you can see just now, we have removed that to the system, so it's no longer included to the layout part. Okay, so on our next exercise, we are going to connect the boiler to parallel connected base mounted pump here. Okay, right? Okay, and then another thing that you can do is you can also modify that layout. So that's why we have here edit layout. So you can click that and then just click that line and then hold control and then click also this line here. So as you can see, you have 4 direction arrow there. So I can hover my pointer, hold left click, and then drag that. So maybe I'm gonna put it here. Okay, and then also this one, I'm gonna click this, and then I'm going to align that to that line there, just to tidy up, not too close, because there are some instances when you finish the layout, so there's an error occurred. Okay? So error may occur while you are attempting to create pipe geometry as a result of converting a layout during sizing, okay, or converting a layout. So the most common cause, that's the reason why we are adjusting our layout, is if there are insufficient space to create the pipe or the offset elevations are incorrect. So that's why we also change the offset. So if this occurs, so you need to relocate the system components, and you can also select different layout solution or manually modify the pipe. Okay, so remember always to check the pipe connectivity after modification. That's the reason why I have shown you how to select the connection by pressing tab. Okay, so after we modify the layout of our chilled water supply system, so I'm going to select now finish layout. So let's click that, and there you go. And that's it for this exercise. Hopefully you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.